Across the street from Harbourtown lies yet another Pete Dye golf course. Although not known as one of his masterpieces, this well-designed course still deserves praise as one of the best courses to play in Hilton Head. It is fairly easier than its counterpart with wider fairways and greens, yet still brings a challenge to anyone who can't find the fairway, which I will prove in this round. So I hope you all enjoy bright fluorescent shirts and bad golf. Oh, and be prepared for some unexpected visitors. This is Heron Point. Setting up for this first tee shot, I was a little in my head because I did not have a particularly good driving range session at all. The driver particularly was all over the place. So I was not surprised when this drive leaked a little to the right. I would find the fairway bunker. One tip that I received from a caddy at TPC Sawgrass is that when you're hitting a full shot from the bunker, you got to put the ball way back in your stance, like close to your trail foot, and take 1 to 2 clubs more than you should. And that's what I did here, but I caught it a little too clean. It rolled all the way to the back of the green. The rough around the greens are not as tight as Harbourtown, which meant it was more forgiving. This was a pretty solid effort that would leave me with about 4 feet for par. Unfortunately, I would push this putt to the right, so I'd start my round off with a bogey. Second hole here, I abandoned my driver for a 3-wood. I absolutely smoked this tee shot down the middle of the fairway. I feel like it's one of those clubs I should have used more often in this round. As you will see later in this video, the driver was not working today. Nonetheless, we got within 100 yards here. Hit a smooth wedge, but I pulled it just a tad, and I feel like it's one of these shots that you just need to find the green. That would hit the green but roll off, so now I'm chipping for birdie here. And your boy almost put it in. Would slide just a little right, but that would be a tap in for par. On to the next hole. Did I mention I was struggling with my driver today? Woof. I cannot remember the last time. Actually, I can remember the last time. It was at Harbourtown, so I'll take that back. That Heron was extremely disappointed in my shot. He was giving me some dirty looks. I would, however, make it up to him with this 3-wood here. You know, it's all about redemption. At the end of the day, you got to put on your big boy pants and make a big shot. So now I got about 40 yards to the pin here. Got a wedge in hand. Clipped that one pretty nice, but it would roll out a little too far. Got it to the back of the green. So now I got about, I would say, 10 to 12 feet for par and come up a tad short. So we escape with a bogey. That's a pretty solid bogey after that terrible tee shot. Onward to a par 3. That would be my 9-iron from about 140 yards, and I kind of hooked that a little to the left. And a poor chip here would lead to a weak-ass putt there. But we would securely make the bogey. We would limit the damage there. Onward to the next hole. This is a hard dogleg to the right, and that is not the shot shape that you want for this hole. But I will say about this game of golf that we love so much, it's about not compounding on the mistakes we make. This hybrid was well struck, leaving me with an uphill chip for birdie. It makes chips a lot easier when you have an uphill lie. And I almost thought that this was going in. It did not, and it would roll out to about 5 feet. And you know what? These are the putts. These are the putts I feel like are the reasons why I'm not shooting the 70s. I miss a lot of putts within 5 feet. Maybe if I played this game more frequently, I'd get a little better at it. I don't know. Next hole, driver in hand. Push that one to the right. Would end up in the rough. I filmed this during my stay in Hilton Head back in December. My mom lives here, so I look forward to 2 things when I come to South Carolina. One is golf, and one is her cooking. I may have put on about 10 pounds from this vacation. And apparently the knees can't bear the weight from it. Also, another thing that I love about South Carolina is that you can golf in December. I mean, I'm from New York, so I don't get the opportunity to golf much in December. And this was shot on December 31st. It was humid and 80 degrees when I recorded this. I would catch that a little thin. But yeah, that had a lot of spin on it, and that would be a nice little tap in for par or onward to the next par 3. I got 7 iron in hand, and from about a $150, slinging a draw to the middle of the green, I would find the green, and that would actually be the first green in regulation of the round. So now I'm putting for birdie, and I got the distance right, but I got the break wrong. There would be no break at all. And confidently making that little tap in for par, gotta love the confidence there. We move to the 8th hole. This is the #1 handicap on the course. And once again, I hit this roping draw. Not the intended shot shape I wanted, and it would roll into the rough. I'm about 200 yards away, and I have to keep this ball low and right of this tree. I got 4 iron in hand, and this is one of the few times I shaped the shot I wanted. It would roll all the way to the back of the green, but I would be putting for birdie. That'd be back-to-back green in regulations for me. With this wide angle lens, the putt actually looks longer on screen than it actually was. I would have about 5 feet for par. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I just walked that in easily for par. #1 handicap part it all in a day's work. 9th hole, par 5. And that, my friends, is a drop kick tee shot into the middle of the fairway. I'm playing it off like I meant to do that, but in my head, I am fuming. But we got second shot here, 4 iron, and if you notice, I've got a bit of a pulls going on. I would catch a piece of the fairway, so now I got a wedge in, ball below my feet, and when the ball is below your feet, sometimes you hit the ball a little thin, and that would be disastrous. The ball would go past the green into a hazard. I could not even find my ball, so I'm taking a penalty here. This is now my 5th shot. Clipped that really nicely, and it grabbed as soon as it landed on the green. He said nice shot, but I was a little disappointed. Got this putt for bogey, and this ball is Oh my God. I mean, how does that not go in? So a unfortunate break there to end this video. But if you look at the score, I'm 6 over, which is not too shabby. But I only found 2 of 7 fairways and only 2 of 9 greens in regulations. I did have 2 nice up and downs though to save par. So I got that going for me, which is nice. The back 9 will be in the next video, which will be coming out shortly. So keep on the lookout for that, and I will see you in the next one.